And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Wednesday night with those guys. It is hump day, middle of the week. How is everyone out there today? How is everyone doing? Is everyone getting out to fly in places that you got good weather?
Yes.
Places that you don't, I am very, very sorry that you don't.
50 degrees here in New York today.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good today.
Tomorrow, who knows?
Yeah, tomorrow, who knows? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get out today. I was taking care of some stuff. You know, I got the computer back. You know, well, you knew from the other day. But the other day, I had to take it down and put it back together, and then I had to go see the guru, Big Matt.
Yep. Salute to Big Matt for resolving this tech issue. And I was just sitting in the chat talking with Jody, Drone Shots.
Okay.
He had sent me that link for the drone software. There's a link he sent me for if you want to do drone light shows. Mm-hmm. Their smallest kit is 20 drones. Their largest kit is 1,000 drones. And we were just talking about it in the chat. And I was saying I would like to start out.
1,000.
Huh?
How much? 1,000 drones.
I don't know, but I'm waiting for them to get back to me with a quote on the 20 drone setup. I know it's going to be pricey because they supply the drones, but it does work with 3 other different type of drone types. I was on the website checking it out. But happy Ash Wednesday to everyone. What's up? Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. Sponsored by those guys.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's a nice day today, and I guess everyone is out flying doing their thing, but people will trickle in slowly, I believe so. So you know, we got a couple of things on the agenda tonight. Nothing too big, nothing too small that the drone can't handle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drones do. You know, every time you turn around, there's always some story of what a drone is doing, and there's a lot of reoccurring stories that seem to come about in the unmanned world is drones, as we call it. And one of the things we wanted to talk about tonight, or a few of the things we want to talk about tonight, are reoccurring stories and things that and a couple of things that have just, it's just like to see like how these things come about, and like we always talk about how this whole community is still on the ground floor in the infancy stage, and there's a few things out there that you can do and achieve growth, and we're going to talk about that tonight too, and some of the things we're going to talk about. But one of the things that we were talking about is something that we all take for granted, in most places here in the United States because of the conditions that we live in, and the places that we live in, we don't really deal with that,
Right.
And drones have helped and filled that spot that help these people with with issues that they have to deal with. So there's a couple of stories that we have tonight. I don't know, the closer I get to the camera, it seems like it cuts me off. But if I lower the camera.
What happened?
No, the camera.
Oh, okay.
I lowered it as lower as I can lower it without lowering it too low.
I got you. Hey, Aerial Landscapes, TJ Giggles, Jack Rabbit, how are you? Jody, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
How you guys
all is well? I got to fly today, Herman.
Really?
They're actually building. We thought that they were clearing out this development. We thought that they were clearing out, the locals, when I say we, thought they were clearing out to put up more low-income housing, but they're actually clearing it out to build another large park along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of,
Playground for
yeah, yeah,
kids.
they just, yes, a park for kids and people to walk in and have a
You know what
venue
that?
there.
They're gonna
There's
have a
going to be
playground
parking.
for kids.
Well, it'll be, they will have a section for kids. It'll be mostly leisure benches, a couple of grass
Walk on the
mounds.
boardwalk.
It's right next to the boardwalk, like the
Right, you
one
can
down
walk
on
on the
Beach
boardwalk.
17.
Kids
Huh?
always, you can walk on the boardwalk. The kids always need a place to play.
Yeah, yeah. This is true. Well, I got to fly. They just started putting down sidewalks and stuff. So now, like I said, I kind of screwed up with the turning the stabilization off on my Hero 7 to run it through software. So now I put the stabilization back on, and I'm gonna go with my old trusty Hero 6, which does fine in real steady. And I'm going to go back tomorrow and burn 2 batteries
Okay.
each drone to capture the stuff that I caught today.
Hmm.
What happened?
Excuse me.
Well, I'm taking two. I'm taking one, the Hero 7, taking the Hero 7 here, and
Yes.
then I'll take this one, which is the Hero 6,
Can't see it.
which is my mid-range joint.
Lift it up a little bit.
What, this one here?
They both got blinded by your background.
Oh, well, here, this one is the Hero 6
Uh-huh.
on one of my favorite long range birds, but I don't need to go long range. But that'll be great for flying behind the mounds of dirt. And then this one is the Hero 7 right here that I plan on flying. That's what I should have took with me this morning, but TJ Giggles says he's about to go fly. Jack Rabbit said he's about to go fly himself. Well, guys, there's 50 degrees here in New York City. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in the low 40s, but when I go flying in the morning, it'll probably be about 30 something, but I'm getting out there.
Yeah, it should be all right. I mean, what is it?
I'm flying FPV. Both birds do 50 plus. So if the wind is still blowing 15, 16, even if the wind is blowing 20 miles per hour, I still have 30 miles that I can miles per hour I can fly in that wind.
It says it is 52 degrees right now, right?
Yeah.
What is it supposed to be tomorrow? About
10 degrees colder.
Yeah, 10 degrees cold, about 41. You should be all right. What's the deal? What's the big deal?
Right, exactly.
It's not freezing.
Exactly. You know, I
It's
figured
not freezing.
it's a new park now. What I also want to do is remember I was telling you the concept of being able to get the same exact picture at the same from the same exact spot. Well, I'm going to attempt that too with my camera drone. I'm actually going to do a couple of time lapses where I catch it in one state of one picture like that, and then come back 2 weeks later, catch another picture, another 2 weeks later, catch another picture, so you can see the progress of things going on.
I got
You know, so
you. I hear you.
that should be interesting. Because the only thing that technically should be different when I do pull that off is the sky or the lighting. 60 here this weekend. Yeah, rub it in, why don't you? I wish it was 60 here. But I don't mind. Today it hit 50. I had my jacket on. I'm like, yo,
Well, it says
Herman,
it's
it's hot
52
out here.
degrees right now.
Yeah, I put my hoodie and jacket on. We'll do. Yes, we are coming. The both of you guys coming to South Florida drone meetup. Yes, we are, as far as we know, unless a job comes up and requires both of us to be there. At the job, we will be there, definitely.
Oh, I'm still waiting on confirmation on that rental car from Ray Kelly.
Oh. He keeps saying that he uses Enterprise, but yeah.
I know. I don't want to know where he's getting it. I just want to know where he's getting it. I just want to know when did he get it.
Yes, TJ, we are coming down in Florida. I hopefully will not get stopped at the airport bringing my Air 2S, and I'm gonna try and smuggle 2
Uh-oh.
FPV drones in.
Oh.
I'm definitely gonna try and
Every time you
smuggle
use the
2.
word smuggle, sounds like a
Well,
problem.
that's what it's gonna feel like. I've never been on a plane with my drones before, so when I'm going through and I hear the Mission Impossible music playing in the background in my earbuds.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ready to walk through in my socks, you know. But everything will be accessible. I'm going to bring enough lipos that I'll I should be okay. I should be all right. I have it planned out.
Just get the
But for
charge.
those of you, what's that?
Just get the charging station.
Yeah, let's get to chart. There's a smuggling in process. Well, TJ and Giggles, TJ Giggles goes, there's a smuggling in process. You know what the deal is, TJ? I've never been on a plane with my drones before. So I will be a little nervous because if you're going to tell me I can't take something or I
Uh,
can't do that, I'm not leaving it at the airport.
no,
Hell no. I'll never see it again.
yeah, you would.
Imagine they told you to leave your Air 2S at the airport. You couldn't get on a plane with it. You would raise a living funk, wouldn't you?
Why would they tell me this?
I don't know, just something weird. Something weird. That's why I would probably run into the TAS agent that's trying to catch a freaking terrorist. Look at this. It looks like a
Here's
drone, but with all
here's
these wires, it could be a bomb.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Or let him say that. Don't you say that.
Oh no, hell no.
But here's the thing. I handle it the same way I handle almost any situation like that. Get your supervisor. Because I need
Makes
to know
sense.
why. You know?
Right.
Does he need to take this home with him when he goes home later on? Was that what this is about?
Right. Yeah, I'm just I look forward to the trip I need to get
Travel
out
with
of New
drone
York.
before on the plane, and I mean, they claim that it can go through the X-ray with no problem.
TJ, TJ says may he come on the panel to share a story with us.
But what do you call it? Just wanted to look in the box and see.
Oh,
It was like, well, how do I hand search it? I was like, I don't know. Your security, not me.
right.
They was like, we just sent it through the scanner. I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, as long as it doesn't mess up my cards and stuff like that, I
The
don't care.
SD card and stuff,
Right.
right?
Yeah. And they said it doesn't. So, but the first time I did it, they hand searched it. They were like, well, what are we looking at? I'm like, it's a drone. They were like, okay, well, how do I search it? I'm like, well, you the security, you the one that's searching the bag. I mean, what would you be looking for if you were scanning it?
Weather's extremely nice here. One battery down. Look forward to meeting Lawrence and Herman. Oh, Jackrabbit's going to be there as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Okay. Interesting.
okay. There'll be a lot of guys down there. I mean,
Did you
like,
did you see what TJ put?
what?
May I come on the panel and share a story with you guys? He was saying X-ray might kill the SD card, so take it out if you have one in it. You know, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I've heard that, but I don't I haven't experienced that.
No?
No.
Well, like I said, I've never done it before, so I couldn't. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to have an SD card
I
case
I thought that
on
too.
my
That's why
stuff.
I asked them to hand
Hey,
search it,
Angie.
but
Well, here's
nothing
my little SD suitcase right
but
here.
nothing
So,
ever happened. I don't mind them coming on the panel. I mean, it's just that we have a whole sort of thing we were going to talk about. How long and
um, He'd have to hit me up on Facebook and would have to hit me up on Facebook. That would be the only way
What,
because
to speak to him?
how is he going to get an invite?
What I'm saying to you is that you're saying that he wanted to come on to share a story with us.
Right,
What was it that he
right.
wanted to talk about?
Hey Angie, what's up? Second battery in
You're
the air.
good.
Have fun, Jackrabbit. It's a drone story. How can I are we friends on Facebook? If we are, send me something on Messenger. We could
Well, unless you have his
probably
email,
intervene before we get through Messenger. I
unless you have, that's what I'm saying, unless you have his
Oh, wait a
email.
minute. They changed this again?
What?
It's freaking Zoom, man. Every time you get used to something, they
Oh yeah,
move
yeah,
the damn button somewhere
they
else.
changed that. Even YouTube's a little different too when you go
Send
to
me
the
a message on Messenger, TJ. I have the window open, so I'll see the alert. Unfortunately, we don't do like other live streams and put the link to our live stream in the chat in fear of someone malicious may try to come in. Yeah, Jack Rabbit's there. He's flying but listening to the live stream. How are you, Angie? Um,
Mhm.
I don't know what to look for you for under on in Facebook. You got to help us out here, man. Before 5:30. TJ, where are you? But anyway, welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. Um, we have a decent show, a decent stream tonight. A lot of information you guys may like. Some of you may not, but it is what it is. We do, and we also have an FPV movie that a movie
Well, it's pretty
FPV
much a movie.
video. We actually
It's
have an
pretty much a
FPV
movie.
video
But you know
that
what, Lawrence? What I
yeah.
was saying to you before.
Hey
But,
Janine, what's up?
oh, Deneen's here. Hey, Deneen. You know what, Lawrence? We were talking before, and I said to you, you know, we don't have to deal with certain things. We take certain things for granted because we don't have you know, that's not part of our everyday life. And right now we're in the times of winter with it's cold weather, stuff like that. But it seems like in what do you call it, Zanzibar, they're back with the using the use of drones
Yeah.
to fight malaria and mosquitoes. So, Public Health Authority in Zanzibar's semi-autonomous islands of, or should I say Tanzania's semi-autonomous islands of Zanzibar are using drones to locate and map mosquito breeding sites where that are malaria hotspots.
Right.
So they're using those, you know, these mapping out these areas, and they're going in and spraying for these with the use of these what do you call those agricultural drones, and they're spraying those areas where the mosquitoes have these hot spots. You know, the malaria seems to be a very big issue in that area, and you know, this thing is being spearheaded by a international team of, of different organizations. You know,
Right.
the UK's Amberworth University, Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, the Zanzibar Malaria Elimination Project, Tanzanian Fly Labs, Mosquito Consultant, and ZZAP Malaria are the
A lot of
organizations
companies.
that are behind this, you know, spraying in this area in Africa. And it's, you know, it's being funded by, what's this here? Who's the funder on this thing, Lawrence? This, yeah, it's being provided by an environment vector control consortium.
Yeah. Innovative Vector Control Consortium.
Innovative, yeah, Vector Consortium. They have, yeah, this actually was established in '05 with a what is it, a 50 million dollar grant. So this is an ongoing thing, and they've been spraying and spraying and spraying over there, and it's something that they have to do every year because this is an issue over there. And we had a video that's showing what they were, people, and showing like the drone. There was a drone video that they had with what they the drone that they were using for this, and it was real interesting because it was the older edition to the first edition of that agricultural drone, the one that was out before this new one that's out that came out just late last year, of DJI's model agricultural drone. So it's an ongoing thing over in Africa for malaria and mosquitoes. What's your take on that one?
Well, I like the fact that they're killing mosquitoes, blood-sucking mosquitoes. But if we think that we've got it bad here in the summer, I'm going to tell you one thing. Over there, they say that you can hear tens of thousands of mosquitoes at one time in an area. So it must be just this one giant
Well,
in the entire area. And anything that will get rid of mosquitoes after certain, I'm definitely for. The fact
well,
that they're using drones to map wet
right,
spots and areas in these rice paddies,
right, exactly. That's what I was gonna say to you.
is interesting because I thought all rice paddies were underwater, but I obviously, after reading the story, found out that they're not, because they say the drone is able to survey a 30-hectare rice paddy, 30-hectare rice paddies in 20 minutes. I don't know what that is. Okay, I got you, TJ. I got him. I don't know what that is, but I can tell you in size, it's gotta be check Messenger, TJ. It's gotta be pretty big, a pretty big area.
Right.
Only because 30 hectare is anything. I don't know what a hectare is in comparison to an acre. Usually I'm on Google asking those questions, but I'll figure that out in a minute. I just gave TJ the invite real quick so he can come in. But as far as them having drones down there and Mosquito Control Association, maybe they need to learn how to do that here in the States a little
Well,
better.
do we have that kind of an issue to that magnitude?
Well, we don't have it to the magnitude of malaria
Because
being
they have
spread.
it's a breeding ground
Yeah.
because of the warm climate, the
Mm.
stagnated water,
Yep.
in certain crops in
Key,
the
key.
areas. We
But
really,
but
like, watch this. I can speak for where we are or where we live, and we don't have such.
yeah.
That's what I would say.
Okay. Oh, Janine's still working. You'll be in and out. That's not a problem. Hey, Mike H, what's up? Just wondering
Well,
what's going on,
thanks for
Janine. Hope all
stopping in
is
and
well
hanging
on
out
your
with
end of the
me.
world. But what it did, the story also went in it to say, I had no idea that 400,000 people die a year from diseases like malaria and stuff that are
Yep.
transmitted by mosquitoes.
That's why it's a problem.
Yeah, that is a lot of. Oh, I did. Okay. Mini 3 Pro, we're going to talk about all that stuff. You know why? Because we talk about it here first.
Okay. Well,
Or we try to get to the story first,
we
and
have
and then it trickles down through the other live streams in topics.
a guest coming in.
Okay. All right.
Got a
He
guest.
said he has a drone story to tell us. So this is TJ.
name is iPhone on the.
TJ giggles
Hey,
and
how's it
drones.
going, fellas? Y'all doing all right
Turn the
today?
camera on.
Yeah, turn your camera
Oh,
on.
shoot. Hold on a second. Hold up. Hey,
All right, how you
There you
doing?
go.
doing good. And
What's up?
yourselves?
We're
Y'all
good.
staying y'all staying warm up north there?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty good. Today was a warm day.
Oh, cool. So okay, so y'all know about the old karma drones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
okay, so I was traveling with my karma drone, and I was with my wife at the time. We were going. Her parents live in Michigan, and
Okay.
so we went up there for this was like over the Thanksgiving holiday, and I was traveling with it, and it was it was intact and all this stuff, and I get there, and mind you, during Thanksgiving up in Michigan, it gets really cold. So I had my Karma drone with me, and I went outside to fly it. My hands got really cold, and I hesitated, and a tree got in my way, and the drone comes down. Blades are flying all over the place, and cameras going one way, and it was just one big mess. I was so angry. I was like, no. Such a horrible day that day. It was awful. And I came back to Florida with a broken drone.
Wow. Well,
That's one.
And
that's
not even a half a flight.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like I didn't mean for that to happen. Like it just like I wasn't trying to do it intentionally. Just that tree I guess decided to grow a pair of legs and just walk right in front of the drone, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. Those with those scraggle trees. They have
Yeah.
branches called scraggle. If you fly
Yeah.
FPV, those
Yeah.
branches that you can't see, I almost hit one today because all of the trees are bald. So
Mhm.
you see the general shape of the tree, but that
Right.
scraggle that reaches out about an extra 3 to 4 feet
The
by
leaves you
itself,
grow off of.
you see that last minute.
Oh yeah.
I did almost hit one today.
Oh
But
wow. Yeah.
as
Uh,
far as
I got,
flying in the cold,
Mhm.
yeah.
um,
I actually have
I
an FPV drone that Maddie had sold me for $50. So it's the little Cetus FPV,
Mhm.
and then I have two of these little fighter drones that I won from Ready Set Drone from Kelly Shores. So
Mhm.
I'm slowly learning FPV. So I'll get there at some point. But I just I got a replacement Mavic Air 2 because my one that the other one that I got from Maddie it was
well,
2 years old.
if you're replacing that Air 2, you might want to hold on because hey, View Chaser, because they are lowering the price on the Air 2,
Oh, for real? Well,
supposedly. And
well,
and for those people who have cold hands, I'm putting a link in the chat right now.
Cold hand.
Highlight this and put it in Amazon. This is what they use. It covers your radio and your hands, and your antenna sticks out through the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, I was able to get a really good deal on my replacement Mavic Air 2 because so and then the one that I had before that, I was flying it at the beach, and I was, I had everything set up and everything. And I don't know if y'all heard the story about how I lost it in the first place, but I was flying at the beach, and this is when my wife's parents were in town, and
Mhm.
I was flying, and I had everything set up, and I just let it hover there for like a few minutes, so everything can connect. The satellites can talk to one another and everything. And I flew it right and I flew it left, and then I flew it out to the ocean. And then next thing I know, I couldn't see the camera anymore. Like the
Mhm.
camera screen had went gray, and I started to panic. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what's happening? What's that? Why can't I see the drone? Why can't I see the drone? So I ran out to the beach, and this lady approaches me and says, oh man, I just saw it fall like straight down into the ocean. I thought it was a
Oh
seagull
no.
dive, and I thought it was a seagull, but it was actually your drone. It fell like straight down into the ocean. I was like, man, I was so mad. Like so many things were, and I don't know, it must have recorded on its own or something because I came home and I saw like I opened up the DJI Fly app, and I saw like a
Mhm.
5-second video of it just flying over. I didn't see it fall like on the video, like I didn't see it fall or anything, just like a video of it going over the water, and that's all I saw. And I was trying to
And the video just went blank.
yeah, and like right after it was just like 5 seconds long, like that, and that's all I saw. So
Yeah, that's bad. That's
I'm
rough.
definitely-
I'm sorry.
Definitely sorry to
I'm-
hear about that, because I saw my stuff going. Every time in-laws are around you, smash TJ.
yeah, I hate when things like that happen, and I'm glad I'm not the only one that it's happened to. I've heard other people that with their DJI drones falling out of the sky.
Well,
And
mine wasn't DJI. Mine wasn't DJ. Mine was not DJI, but it was a 3DR Solo, but I still watched it fall. The difference between DJI and Solo is if your flight records prove that it was electronic error, they replaced the drone. So they did replace
so
it after
DJI.
season work. Well, DJI does too at a cost.
yeah, and that's what, and I should have done it within the 48 hours, because I was excited that I got it, and I didn't even think about getting at that moment. I should have waited to turn it on to get the DJI Care refresh, but I was so excited and I wanted to fly it. So I as soon as I turned it on, and I don't know how that works. Like how does the clock start ticking when you're before you get DJI Care refresh? Because right when I turned my
activation, as soon as it's activated.
See, here's the thing. I've always bought DJI Care refresh. Everybody says you have to buy it after you activate the bird. That's not necessarily true.
Now, how does DJI know that your drone is already activated? Like when
Because
you put
it's been activated. It's in the system. You have to put the numbers
once it gets
in.
once you get on the internet.
Once you activate your
So once you
drone,
put
it
that-
has the numbers and everything goes into their system.
Oh, okay. So once you put that battery in and turn it on, then that clock starts ticking.
Once you activate it, when you go into the app and you activate it and it says you agree to everything, once you activate that drone, you're now in the system. So that's why if you go on DJI's account, you can go into your account and see all of the drones and all of the products that you have from DJI.
Yeah.
You can even see your old repairs, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to find I was looking at it this morning, and I opened up the DJI app and looking at my last flight from when I, trying to, because everybody was saying, open your DJI app and see your last flight from when you were flying your Mavic Air 2 before, like when you were flying it, and it'll show you like the route that you took and where you were flying and all that stuff. And I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it. So I guess I'm thinking Matt and I are gonna get together over the weekend. He's gonna help me out with all that stuff.
You said you were getting ready to go fly somewhere?
Yeah, like I'm gonna just fly my Mini 2 around. I live in a community. We have a big community with a basketball court, and there's a pool and everything. So I'm just gonna fly my 2 around. So I just gotten home like not too long ago. I was out with my family. We were out to lunch, and then I got dropped back off from where my car was, and came back home and just kind of did some things around here. And I'm just about to go out flying before it starts raining, if it starts raining or whatever. Because on the way home, it was kind of sprinkling a little bit. So
okay.
Right.
Quick question: what are you doing on Sunday?
I'm not really sure. Are you guys going to be here?
We'll be. I'm asking because we actually will have not only a time slot, but more time to BS around on Sunday. And if you wanted to come on Sunday, that would be nice and cool. To come hang out with us.
Yeah, I thought y'all were like planning. You're already starting to come down to Florida for the South
Oh,
Florida.
that's done. We booked our tickets back in December.
Yeah. That's a done deal already.
Yeah, we booked our tickets back in December. Like I said, unless Herman and I, a job that we were looking at comes up and gives us to go, That would be the only thing that would
Well,
make me cancel a trip. A
well,
trip.
what do you guys do for a living, if you don't mind?
Well, I'm an
Well, we've been.
electrician by trade, but I do things.
We've
I'm
tried.
flying
You
these
can't.
drones a little bit, so why not?
Yeah, we do a little bit. We do a
Why not
little.
dabble
We're
around?
working on some things with those guys. Some personal projects, some projects for hire. Um, as
So,
for a living, right now I could say I fly drones.
oh, okay, okay. Is that what you do too?
Well, you could say that kind of sort of because I'm not working as an electrician right now.
Oh, so you used to be an
Yeah,
electrician.
I got hurt and I had
Oh,
a couple of surgeries that has gotten me sidelined.
oh
So I
yeah.
just started flying and it became this.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I had a well, I'm working, but I did have a severe injury myself back in 2008. I mean, if you guys have, if well, y'all are about to wrap up here soon, but I want to try
Well,
to make it short and
oh,
sweet as possible.
mhm.
So, well, I mean, I don't know. Do I have time to share the whole thing now, or can it wait for Sunday? Or
Well, we would like to move along with the schedule, but if you're gonna keep it quick.
all
Hey,
right.
Roger.
So, okay, so back in 2008, I'll take you back a few years. So back in 2008, I used to work for my dad,
Mhm.
had a landscape lighting company,
Okay.
took a 50-foot fall from a pine tree, shattered my right ankle, ruptured my diaphragm, broke my lower back and my left wrist. So I was out of work for a while, and I was in recovery, going through occupational therapy and physical therapy, try to get myself
Mhm.
moving again. And I was collecting workers' comp, and then after I healed and everything, I was able to get back to work and all that good stuff. So, and I'm married now, living on my own,
Mhm.
married, trying to take care of myself and do all that other stuff. So,
I hear you.
but like,
Understandable.
yeah, but like just like in the mornings, like like when I like my ankle the way it is, and and I always get scared of like going through like when I travel. I tend to get kind of scared or like kind of like about going through the security and like all the beeping and stuff. Like, no, it's just I have metal inside of me. I'm not carrying any metal or whatever. Well, I do have metal, but no weapons of any sort or anything, because they always like wand me down and everything.
Mhm.
I kind
Yeah,
of get about that stuff.
I have two screws through my heel into the ankle.
Oh, how did that happen? Did you take a fall yourself or like?
No, I got ran over.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
Well, pretty much the ankle got run over
Oh shit!
and
Wow.
it kind of twisted.
What happened? How, like, were
I
you
work in
walking and you fell
construction. A
down?
guy came up from behind with the cart with material on it, and it caught my foot underneath it with my boots, and it just twisted.
Oh god! Shoot!
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
things
crazy.
happen.
Okay, Big Matt.
Big man.
That's
So
insane.
thanks
Big Matt
for
says they will not deny you
coming
access.
in.
Just be sure to discharge your batteries. Well,
Oh
they
yeah,
will be down as low as
I
they could
told you that.
possibly get. That won't be
Thanks
a
for
problem.
stopping and hanging out with us for a little bit. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Thanks for
I
letting me come
have you on. I have you on Facebook now. I'll send you an invite for Sunday stream.
All right.
We'll probably send you one or two stories also, so you could talk with us, give us your opinion on what you think as well. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the only live stream, as someone said, that gives out homework to come on our live stream.
Heck yeah. All
All right.
right.
Listen,
Well,
right.
y'all take it easy.
I'll send you, I will send you a reminder. Today's Wednesday, probably Friday.
Okay.
Friday evening sometime. Like, don't forget about Sunday. And I'll
Right.
send you an invite at about 5 minutes to the stream.
All right.
And then we can hang out then.
All right.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. I
That sounds
appreciate it.
good?
let me come on and share a little bit and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we can
Thanks for
hang out and
stopping in.
talk some drone stuff as well.
All right, sweet.
I'm glad you got a
All right.
chance to come on, man. We appreciate
And
it.
yeah, yeah.
Now go out
All right.
and break an arm.
Yeah, I know.
FTV,
I
that is.
know. Break an arm, whatever, leg,
They
whatever.
say a leg, but in the drone world, I'm going to say an arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
All right, guys.
literally.
Y'all
Not
take care. We'll
literally.
see you Sunday.
All right,
You,
man.
you see how
All
to
right.
click out, right?
Yeah, just
all
hit
right.
that the leave button right there.
Okay.
All right,
All
we'll
right,
see.
man. Enjoy your flight. Be safe
All
out there.
right. All
Yeah,
right,
take
will
it
do.
easy, man. Be safe out.
All right. See you.
Yes,
Have
you
a good one.
guys,
Oh.
you guys click that like button if you haven't already. So as you know, hey, Michael
Yeah.
Blades, as you know, Sunday, TJ will be on the hangout with us. He just came on really quick
Wow.
to give us a couple of quick
That was
stories
nice.
of what happened. And I
That
look
was
forward
nice.
to having him on Sunday.
So yeah, Lawrence, we were talking before the stream and we were discussing some of the stuff that we wanted to talk about.
Oh, about the
tonight.
malaria and the mosquitoes. I forgot to even run the damn video.
Yeah, but
Which-
that's all right. But moving right along with I don't know if you're familiar with this company, SkyeBrowse. We talked about them before, but SkyeBrowse is a reality capture platform that can convert your DJI or Autel drone video into a 3D model at the speed of making coffee. Believe it or not. It was launched in 2020, and already it has saved the law enforcement department in the US over 50,000 hours in manpower and $5 million in accident reconstruction. So they're saying that video grammetry startup SkyeBrowse has raised 2.3 million in a seed round. So they're raising money for this company, to develop, to keep on developing, keep on moving this company. But it's a fairly young company. But what interests me the most about this company was not so much the fact that they when it started and the fact that they're raising money is more so about how and why it started.
Right.
This young man here, Bobby Owen, and back in 2016, he was a junior at Rutgers University in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing some research on what he called the drone project with Dr. Peter Jen, who's a professor at Rutgers Center for Advanced Infrastructure and Transportation.
Right.
They were doing some research for a drone project, and Bobby happened to have been in an accident on his motorcycle. And Bobby realized that the way the police were conducting the reconstruction of the accident was taking them a long time, and they had traffic backed up, and there was a lot of issues with the road being locked down for a long period of time for them to reconstruct this accident. And where he got the idea to incorporate into this idea that they were working on with his professor at the university, and that is what gave birth to SkyeBrowse.
Well, you know what? Why I'm interested in this, because I've been looking around and shopping for 3D scanning software, and the fact that this particular company, SkyeBrowse, does something a lot of other 3D companies are not doing. They still scan, they use video as opposed to pictures, for one. And I wanted to point out that their scanning system by far surpasses everyone that I've seen out there. It says these guys claim you can scan a 50-acre area in 5 minutes. Now, those of you who have done mapping before knows it's tedious. You have to mark off the areas, the zones where you plan on flying. You have to mark off the altitude, and then you have to tell it to scan. And the drone moves ahead, takes a picture, moves ahead, takes a picture, moves ahead, takes a picture. And this company here is claiming that also finishes, it says, here's the sentence. Let me start it from the beginning. SkyeBrowse video capture means drone does not need to slow down to take pictures because it's shooting video, first of all, like I mentioned, resulting in significantly quicker capture time. 50 acres can be mapped in 5 minutes. SkyeBrowse models also finish processing now, taking all the data in 10 minutes time as opposed to hours. Pix 4D, I know takes quite a while. I think 45 minutes to an hour. Drone deploy, from what I understand, is another 30 minutes to an hour. So the fact that you can process your work in 10 minutes and have it available for someone to deliver is real good. That means less time for you at home. 3D Zephyr, that's another one I need to look at. I've heard about that one, Jody. It does look like a toy big map. We're going to get into that tonight. Trust me, it's in the list. But you can hand off, this is true, Jody, in 3D mapping, you can hand off photos and or video. But I like the fact that you can hand off, well, this thing processes video, which makes the job a lot faster. Because depending on where you are, will dictate. I'm actually looking for a picture stalling while I'm looking for this picture to get
but what
to.
I was saying to you is that the thing that impressed me the most about the whole story, because I've checked out the story, the backstory of this thing, and to see that he got this idea from the need for, from something that occurred with him, him being in an accident,
Right,
and
himself.
seeing how the reconstruction of the accident was being done,
Right.
and to see how long it took, and he just
It does take hours.
being is that he studies transportation and infrastructure.
Wow,
See
that's
what I'm saying
interesting.
to you? In college with his professor, they were working on this project already.
Right.
And this is what caused them to push it towards this aspect. So that's why, if you take a look at some of the companies that are using this, you're talking about the LA Port Police, the Utah State Fire Marshal's Office, the Houston Forensic Science Center,
right.
and
People
the
that
New
need
Zealand Police Department.
People that need that
using
information
this.
fast. Right. Now, I wanted to point out something because someone may be asking, why do I need to know how to map in pictures and with video? And here's the perfect
to do
example.
a project of his building.
Well, see, usually
He
when
lives
I offer a job, I offer them the best to my ability. Okay. But you always run into a client that says, oh, can you make it cheaper? So this is why when mapping, if you can do more than just take pictures and you could use video and do it in less time, if someone asks you, this is how I feel, and this picture should describe it right there. When your client asks if you can do it cheaper, I start out like this in 3D, but as you start asking me to make it cheaper, I may have to switch to
funny about that, Larry?
crayon drawing.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
I guess in certain things you can do that. I just always looked at it like when I did work for people, electrical work, and I give you a price,
Right.
and you tell me about the other guy's price, or you tell me you can get it done cheaper.
Yeah.
I go to the car because I'm not gonna argue with you over the price. That's the price. The price is what it is. It's
Exactly.
is to do the job that you want done. I had someone call me back or call me one time and tell me, well, this lady, she says, I got a guy that could do it for like $700. I was like, well, I don't want to tell you what to do at your house. It's your house. But if that's what you want to do, then go with the guy that's going to charge you $700.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Months later, she came back to me and she says to me, she goes, I still have that problem. So what happened with your guy? She goes, he did the work, but Con Edison won't come out because he didn't send in the papers, so I don't have a meter.
He didn't send in the papers because he wasn't licensed.
Right. Right.
I get it. Yeah.
Right.
I know what you're saying. Whereas your price included
right.
the
So I was like, well,
and the filing fee and all of that.
Nothing. I mean, that the price that I gave you included what he doesn't want to do for you. She was like, well, she goes, well, can you do it for me? I said, well, first off, the price that I gave you before is still going to be the price. And two, I don't know what work he did there, so I can't guarantee his work. And so I'm sorry, you have to get him or take him to court or something. And that was that.
Well,
I'm not signing. I'm putting on.
No, I don't blame you. See, this is where you either have to tell them, look, I have two prices.
Listen,
I have the price to do it the right way and the price to do it the right way, but not as good.
Listen, I'm not a politician or a police officer. My job,
right.
I gotta go. I sit in jail.
Listen, I'm going to give you a price. All right. It is human nature to haggle for a price. Hey, Roger, enjoy dinner, man. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate
thank you, Roger.
I might stop in on your stream tomorrow morning briefly. I right now actually on my way to go fly tomorrow morning. So
what time are you going out tomorrow morning? I might come and check you because you acting like you.
They got a new park over there, dude.
Like you secret squirrel and shit. Like you going out by yourself, hiding underneath the buildings and
what it is.
Other side and.
You know what it is? The area is very plain and bland. They've kept all the trees, but now that I went up with my FPV drone, I could see the walkways and the layout of the park. So now I'm trying to get footage to fly in the park while they're building it, as they're building it, and after they build it.
Actually, you know who I want to catch?
Who?
Matt, when he gets off.
Hey, drone guy.
Off from work, when he goes to fly after he gets off from work. That's the guy I want to fly with at that time.
I would like to, man, if it wasn't so damn hard with freaking getting back out here.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Well, see, yeah, it is what it is, but the way the subways are these days, it's
Gary,
it's very. There's a very high chance you could hear. You could hear or see my picture in the news.
What?
Trying to make it home. Dude, Dude, the trains are so bad out here when entire cars are filled with homeless people. Entire cars. They're clearing
They gotta
out
live
cars.
somewhere.
What happened?
They gotta live somewhere.
I understand that, and as long as I've known, it's always been an issue in New York City in the winter.
Yes.
The homeless go to the subways.
Let me tell you something.
Know this, along with the crime and everything else.
If that was me, I would ride it up and down. I would sit right there reading the newspaper. You wouldn't even know.
Man, I've seen dudes out there with their shoes off, smoking cigarettes, eating dinner.
That's because they got too comfortable.
Yo, one dude started a campfire. They had a couple of weeks back, remember? He set his garbage on fire on the subway train.
See, now
he had a bunch of bags with garbage and stuff that he was lugging around, and he set it on fire and then just left it on the train.
You know what's so funny? If you ever notice the police stop putting the beats on people, all this stuff start coming up. So I keep telling you, man, sometime we dismiss stuff as mental illness too quick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, that's another thing. People have to stop saying, "Oh, it's mental illness. It's
Sometimes,
mental illness."
sometimes the beats correct the dude real quick.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with a
I
two-piece
said,
every now and then.
I said, how many lumps do you want? 3 or 4.
How many lumps? Yeah, that's exactly it. How many lumps do you want of sugar? How many lumps? He didn't say sugar. He said, "How many lumps do you want with your tea?"
Yeah,
And
how
he
many
said
lumps?
about 3 or 4. Dude was
No,
like,
and it's coffee. And how many lumps do you want in your coffee?
Yes, exactly. If you were in Kiev, you'd be living in the subway too. Understandable, Gary. That is understandable because the same thing would apply here in New York. If New York City
Yeah,
was being bombed,
of
guess where
course.
people would go? To the subways. Fortunately, out in the burbs, that a lot of the elevated a lot of the subway stations are elevated, so that wouldn't help. But in
Yeah.
Manhattan,
Hold
in
on, hold
Manhattan,
on, hold on, hold on,
Brooklyn,
hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up,
here we go.
hold up,
Here we go.
hold up, hold up.
What
Where do
happened?
we have the subway near the suburbs here in New York City?
Okay,
And
let's see.
don't you dare
Long
try to
Island
call,
Railroad. Well, that's
don't
just
you dare try to call Far Rockaway suburbs. Don't you dare.
no. I'm speaking more like Long
That's
Island
not the
stuff.
subway.
True, but yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a Long Island Railroad, but it's
That's
not
the same
connected to the
pissy
subway.
ass A train to come out the Far Rockaway. In the
Hey,
suburbs.
they
You know,
leave the hometown alone. They're trying out here. They're trying. They are.
yeah, okay.
It's a good place to visit, but you don't want to stay there.
Hmm. But yeah,
I'm just
what I was
saying.
saying to you before, now we were talking, and
Yeah.
we always seem to find these. Well, I'm quite sure nobody's talking to you. Not
Mm,
talking to you. You nosy little stuff. Effer. But yeah. Um, seem to find these videos that these guys do. And I happened to find a FPV video, one shot, by,
mm-hmm.
a gentleman by the name of Jay Christensen of Jay's was it Jay Bird's films, Jay Bird Films.
Go ahead. I'm gonna run it.
Right.
Keep
It's
talking.
take a look inside at the
Axon.
high tech headquarters of Axon.
Now,
Now
for those of you,
they're
go
located
ahead.
in, what is it, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yes.
So this guy does what I like about it is that they even captures the police with their drone on their if that their security, not police, but the security. So they're using security drones at this at the headquarters for this company, which was
Yes.
interesting. When we talk
And
about security drones for security.
yes. And FYI, this Axon is the company that makes um, police cameras to put on your body as well
Mhm.
as tasers. Now, I thought this was the best FPV one shot, well, FPV video I've seen since we've been showing them, because this building, this headquarters for Axon,
Mhm.
is quite extensive. They have a lot of people in here. Um, this dude can fly his ass off. I will admit. I would like to know if he was flying a 3-inch drone for or 3-inch sin whoop or what, because
Okay.
he covers a lot of areas and there's a few tight spots in here where I know personally I
You
would
wouldn't have
have
made it.
I wouldn't have made it. And they're showing what happens when you tase somebody. Okay.
Oh, you know
And
what?
they specialize in tasers, police tasers,
It's funny.
and
I
security.
told you I have a video. I had a video on that, on what it's like to get tased. Because I know
Mhm.
guys in law enforcement and at Rikers.
And didn't you say something about before an officer can use a taser,
Yeah,
he has to be tased
they
with it to
have,
know what it feels like?
yeah, they have to go through the training with it.
That's pretty interesting because I'm just saying, like in that machine, I would have hit it. Definitely. There was a scene further back, but this is for the building to be the size it is, they sure utilize a lot of square footage.
Oh yeah.
And they are the number one makers. Well, number one, they're in the top list of tasers. More
Hmm.
law enforcement use Axon than a handful out there. Now, keep
Okay.
in mind, remember that drone that took off? It's
Yeah.
coming right here. This is a tethered drone. I love this video
This
the
was
way
a
it was
nice
done. There
video.
were a few people that ducked, like this dude right here. He ducks really quick, but a
They got
lot
a
of them
lot of
were
stuff
quite
going on at
comfortable.
work.
Yeah, drinking
Looks like a
beer.
fun place to work, right?
Yes, it does. It does, right? And here's a training, one of the training booths, and that's it.
But yeah, when you
I enjoyed the video very much. I like it.
a couple of the guys that I coach with, they're all a few of them I say they're in law
Chad B says he's been
enforcement.
tasered before.
Who?
Chad B says I've been tasered before
Okay, so you can contest to this one.
and
One of the
pepper sprayed
guys,
multiple times.
one of the guys that or two of the guys I work with or coach with, they work at Rikers, and one of them showed me his video when they were doing the training with the taser. He volunteered to take the shot.
Okay.
So he says that when you get hit, when you get hit with the taser, it's like both legs do the stinky leg at the same time.
What did you say? They just go out up from
Both
under
legs
you,
do that
huh?
whole wobble at the same time. Like,
That's why they try to train people who are using them to be
yeah,
you have to get tased with one. And when you told me that, I was like, you know
yeah.
what?
Because
That makes sense.
if you watch the video, they
Yeah.
have the pad and they hit him, and there's two guys on the side that catch him
Yes, to keep you from
before he
falling on your
does.
face.
Yeah,
From when you get the stinky leg, right? And you collapse.
yeah,
That's funny. That's real funny.
yeah. It
But
was.
but Chad B, I'd be interested to know. You said you've been tased before and pepper sprayed multiple times. That's usually done to people
Hold
in
on, hold
law
on, hold on.
enforcement. Oh, he
Hold,
says, okay, yes,
hold
for
on.
work. Okay, I got you.
Okay, yeah, all right. Because I
We
was
won't
gonna
we
say,
won't reveal anything more than what needs to be revealed. But I was just
I, I
wondering.
was gonna say, you're a bad dude, getting
Yeah,
pepper
right.
sprayed multiple times and
We
tased and
have
stuff
pepper
like
spray formula number 629. Chad B, step up to the line, please. Keep your eyes open and hands behind your back.
that. I was.
People react differently to the taser. There's some people, you know what? It's true. Some people piss on themselves. Some
You
people shit on
tested
themselves. Yeah, no, I haven't tested, but
taser
I've been
tester.
reading since tasers have been out. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. People do. I agree with you, Chad B. People do react different to it.
What, to the taser?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It can make you do things you didn't know your body could do.
Most people just head straight to the ground
It's
and, and start
Copper
break
State
dancing.
Ariel says, have we seen the video of the fat guy running naked and getting tased?
No, I'm okay.
I got record a
I'm
mile.
kind of
I did
good.
a record a mile long. Yeah,
I'm I'm,
okay.
I'm kind of good on that. I'm
I don't
kind of good
believe
on
that
that.
one, Chad B, but nice try.
What?
He says, I got a record. Yeah, I got a record a mile long.
Well, you know what's funny? When when you first read that, he said that I've been tased before and I've been pepper sprayed a couple of times. I'm like, damn.
It did. It locks your muscles. So if
You
you're
might want to
muscular.
just behave yourself.
Oh, see, now I didn't know that. He says it locks your muscle. So if you're muscular, it's worse. So the big dudes get the full effect of it, huh? I could take the biggest shock in high school electrical class. Mike H, we're not talking about putting your tongue on those cell batteries, those big red cell batteries.
I can.
I hope we're not talking about
Lawrence,
that.
let me tell you a funny thing about that.
Huh.
When I was learning my trade, learning to be an electrician, right?
Hmm.
My father and a few other guys, the old timers, how they would test to see if there was like power, like in an area for like a switch or something like that, was take their finger and put up across it and feel a little hum on it. Now I'm not doing that shit.
I don't blame you.
There's
Suppose
a
that hum turns to
there's,
a pop.
there's 101 different ways of doing it, but they developed that crust on their hand.
Oh, those are the ones with the two dead fingertips you're
Yes,
talking about.
right. So when they hit you, like they might break skin on your face if they smack you because they can't feel it. Yeah, a lot of those old dudes,
Wow.
because they got used to doing certain things that we never had to do. So a lot of their hands and stuff like that, the sensitivity is shot.
I understand that. That's like the people who smoke cigarettes and they take the cigarette and they put it out with their fingertips. If they could take your eyes out with those two fingers because the tips of their fingers are dead. They burnt it all away, just like you said. But they're constantly putting the cigarettes out, so it doesn't burn anymore.
Oh
There's a guy,
no,
his fingertips are so
no, but
freaking yellow. You would think he did you remember the karate flicks back in the day? You remember the one on Boxer? He took his arm and he stuck it in a hot coal. Well,
you
it's
mean the
the
kung fu
same thing with their
flicks?
fingertips. They just take their fingertips and go.
The kung fu flicks.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
can just
Lawrence,
imagine. But
move,
that Axon video, if
yeah,
you guys want to see it with sound, I
yeah.
highly suggest you
I
do.
thought you would have played it with the sound because
Well,
it's an
we could
Axon
still,
video. I mean, let's move on to
yeah.
the elephant in the room that
What
everybody.
Matt wants to talk about, the
I mean,
big
hope
elephant
Matt's
in the
still here,
room.
but you don't. Now let's talk about this because is DJI planning to ramp up for this Mavic, or should I say the Mini 3? You know, Osita LV, has tweeted claims of DJI discounting the its Air 2 drone.
Yeah,
And now
yes.
as they double down now with this thing here with more with its previous rumors to development of the Mini 3.
You mean this joke right
Yeah,
here
well, no, but they're talking
that I'm
about,
showing?
but he talked about the development of the Mini 3, and now we're hearing that in other sources that the what is it? We're hearing that the Air 2
Yes,
and the Action 2 will
they're
be
making cheaper.
discounted come this Friday from what I'm hearing. So I
Okay.
don't know. We'll see.
I wanted to
Supposedly
point
from
I wanted to point out
discounted this
something.
Friday. But
This
let
picture,
me explain one other thing to you. But the reason why the whole thing has come up with the whole mini craze is that I'll let you mention what you want to mention about the picture, but the whole DJI, we get all kind of leaks and stuff like that. But DJI leaker, what's his name here? Deal's drone published a multi-year calendar with the Mini 3 listed as being released in the month of April.
yes.
So this is
Yeah.
why everybody's been talking about the Mini 3, the Mini 3, the Mini 3, and this calendar also features 5 other products by DJI to come out for the year. So it's
Right.
interesting to see if it follows that pattern of
Well,
how they're supposed to
I
come out. But
have
what were you saying now? Because the thing is, the other products that they were talking about was, the two Ronins, the Ronin S3, the Ronin SC3, which is a smaller one, I guess. And
Yes.
now this is another thing that came up again: the FPV Mini, the Inspire 3,
Yes.
the Pocket 3.
Yeah. I have the
and,
list up now.
and that
The
that
calendar
was
up.
the things that they were talking about on that calendar. Yeah, that's the calendar. But you were saying something about the picture
I
because
wanted to say about this
and
picture here
uh-huh.
of the Mini 3 Pro. First of all,
The Mini 3 Pro.
the fact that they're calling it the Mini 3 Pro
Mhm,
is a joke.
mhm.
Also, Osita says before further confirmation, I'll regard this pic as a joke.
Right,
Only
exactly.
because he's just saying this is just speculation.
Of
A
course
few
it is.
people have brought up the fact, why would they put a smart controller with a Mini 3
Well,
Pro and not
I've
with the Mavic 3?
well, Lawrence, and I told you this before we were talking about it. And I said to you, I said, if this is what DJI wants to put out, this will truly be a slap in the face to the guys that went out and bought the Mavic 3, because I often question when I hear guys saying, well, are they gonna put out an update for the Mini to fly on the smart controller or the RC Pro? And I'm saying to myself, you went out and bought an RC Pro to fly the Mini? I hope you have
Well,
drones that
no,
I don't know, but I just can't see myself doing it. I
well,
mean, and then for you to put a controller in the box on a drone that should be sold for under $800, you now put a $1,100 controller in the box.
this is what right. You're 100% right. Like Deneen says, I love my Mini too. I hope your one is even better. That FPV Mini, I'll also have my eye on. Well, the FPV Mini, no one knows until some pictures are leaked. But
Well, no
like
one knows
Herman
about this
says,
Mini 3 either until we see
right,
the
until we see
SPC filing.
some real drawings. And if you notice, Osita 55 has a habit of featuring, right, you're right, investing 3 to 5,000, and now this controller comes out. Definitely a slap in the face. Herman
Yeah,
said that earlier, Deneen.
that would
Yes,
be the
it is
true slap in the
Photoshop.
face to the guys that bought the Mavic 3, because you could have put this controller standard in the Mavic 3 for the price that you sold that whole get up for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. And I said it before, I was prepared to pay $1,000 more for it than what they actually sold drones for. But the thing is, that was $1,500 when the Phantom and those drones were the top dog.
Right.
Adding another $1,000 to that price is what I was expecting the Mavic 3 to be. Understandable.
Right.
But you decided to keep using the same controller. I cannot understand how a drone that should be sold for under $800 could be in the box with a controller that is $1,100. It is absurd.
It is. It is. Well, we know
It's
from
absurd.
Mark Fisher, M Drone, that's a joke. We were talking about
yeah.
it earlier. Even the person who posted it says that this is more than likely a joke. And I wanted to point out, Osita 55 also has a habit of coming out with drawn rendering. You haven't seen him draw anything as of lately. Regardless, any FPV2 I'll be watching, I was afraid of this
Think about it though.
being new. Plus, I don't fly FPV yet, but I think the 2 should be better. The only way that, and I'm just going to answer Deneen, and we can get back to you, Herman. The only way, Deneen, that I believe the FPV Mini will be better than the first one is if they put it on a carbon fiber frame. That's the only way.
Well, I told you about that from day one with DJI. I didn't understand what they were doing when they built that drone.
Yeah.
You came out with a system for guys to create their own drones using your goggles, using your system, your whole thing to build their own drone. And
They came out with their own infrastructure.
you
Yeah.
came out with your whole with a body that made no sense. Instead of making drones that were like what guys were already flying, so that guys can not only repair their own stuff, but yours would have been something that was a pre-build. They wouldn't have had to do any tweaking and twerking to it to make it fly. They could have just took it out and set it up and flew it. But you didn't want to do that. You came out with a crash one time with a Humpty Dumpty body. And that was the main thing that deterred me from that. Plus, because see, I didn't want to get into this talk about this because it's steering us away from the whole
topic. I get you.
Whole topic, yeah. But everybody crashed and cried about the Mavic 3 pricing, but nobody complained about having to spend $2,000 to enjoy the experience of the FPV drone. And knowing that it was a Humpty Dumpty drone, one time you crash it and then you got all the King's men couldn't put it back together again. You got to send it back to DJI.
But they knew what they were doing, and I understand where they were going by creating their own FPV architecture or infrastructure. I understand that. That's cool. They've even won me over. I said I was.
You could have did the same thing. They could have did the same thing with a platform.
With a carbon fiber frame. Okay. Yeah, I agree tenfold, definitely. And I'm still questioning why they did that the way they did.
To sell Care Refresh.
Yeah.
To sell Care Refresh. Okay, right, watch this. Okay. How long did it take to come out with automobile insurance before the automobile was running around?
You see what Mark Fisher put? The problem is people ask for new drones when they haven't even learned to fly the ones they have. Bingo! Well, you get a super chat.
That's understandable, Mark. But I'm just saying, as far as the whole aspect of the FPV drone, I thought it would have made sense to me. You developed a system for guys to build their own drones. You're gonna come out with an FPV drone, make it like what these guys are building.
Now, because they're saying FPV mini, I can tell you right now, they just came out with the FPV, which was a 5-inch drone. Yes, we are, Mark. We booked our tickets back in December. What I'm about to say may make sense and it may not, but just follow my logic here. They came out with the 5-inch drone, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It looked like a turtle.
Right.
The mini, if it were to come out,
it'll be a smaller turtle.
It'll be not a smaller turtle, but a smaller carbon fiber frame, because then that means they would have to have. I'm hoping they do. If they come out with a mini turtle,
everything else has been amphibian like looked.
The first one I see, I'd like to smash with a hammer. If they're coming out with a little mini turtle, first one, yeah.
The turtle with the big heavy duty.
I pray that the FPV mini means they're going to come out with a 3 or 4 inch carbon fiber frame.
But it's not. But you think about it, when you put those little joints on the legs, right, on that drone, how much different is it to the one that they're using at the Drone Racing League to transmit to broadcast the course?
Can you repeat that?
The DJI's FPV drone.
Yeah.
When you put the little the arms on the little joint on the arms, I don't know what they call that. Mm-hmm. Okay. When you look at that drone, how much different is it to what they're using at the Drone Racing League to broadcast the race course?
Not much. Max Air, 420, not much at all.
Right.
Really, not much.
That big ass, don't worry. That big ass kitted out body.
Max Air, as long as there's carbon fiber frames out there, trust me, we'll be flying for a good minute. Night Train says Beta Flight sucks. I agree with you, because I've been using Emu Flight just due to the fact that Beta Flight, every time you get used to Beta Flight, they come up with something else. But to get back on the story we were doing, we were talking about how the Mini 3.
Yeah, those pictures are a joke. But even though And that wouldn't be, I mean, I don't know how chubby that would be. It looks like a damn baseball. Put that picture back up again.
Oh,
That's,
yeah, yeah,
the way
yeah,
it
right
is a
here.
chubby little bastard.
It does. And it, yeah, where they're going with this shape. It's definitely a joke. First of all, these sensors look like the front sensors on an Inspire.
Like headlights.
Yes, yes, they look like the stereo sensors from the Inspire. You know
They're
how they have the two
headlights.
in the middle like that?
Like those
Yeah.
things are, it's a pro, so they might be headlights. They blast beams of light. No. Um, you know it's funny because what people
Unless
start
they're
to
infrared
ask
so you can
now.
see in the dark.
No, but think about it. We start talking about a Mini 3 and some of the features that guys want start talking about for this thing, right? What do we want?
Right.
A better camera. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna discount the Air 2, right? We're gonna
Mhm.
take that camera and slap it on this, right? We're gonna give it 4K 60. We're gonna slap that camera
Yeah.
on there, slightly better camera, right?
Right.
Put all the electronics to make it function. But everybody, what are people calling for? People are calling for obstacle avoidance. So we're gonna put obstacle avoidance on it now. So it'll open up some of the autonomous features that they claim weren't on this drone originally because of the fact that they weren't. I don't know if it was the fact that they didn't have sensors,
Yeah.
but I just find that to be interesting because the Phantom 3 did waypoints without sensors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So did the 3DR Solo
These drones did waypoints without sensors.
for years before sensors were out.
Right. So I'm just I don't know. It didn't hit shit when I did it. When I
Don't mind
did.
me. I'm charging some FPV batteries for
Where
tomorrow
you
morning.
going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. I told you, back to the
You could have
park.
did that later on. You just want to be distracted. You just want to be a damn distraction. I need your help on some camera work though.
Okay.
You know, these people
Um,
have the nerve to ask me what do I think of the Nanook hard case.
Nanook asked you that.
Yeah. For you know what? I'll tell them. I'll tell them. So I need your help with
How you honestly feel?
yeah, I need your help with some camera work. One of
Friday.
these,
Depending on what the weather is and what's
I'll
happening.
let you know about Friday because I'm not sure if Friday is possible, if I can do anything Friday. I gotta see. Tomorrow I know I can't do anything. Because I gotta
Well, tomorrow I'm not doing anything because if as I've put it out there, I am slowly converting to
over to digital.
Yeah, so
We know.
my goggles are coming tomorrow. I'm not going no damn where.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
UPS truck that comes through my block is getting stopped.
We
They're
got
gonna put the
goggles.
word out. Hey, Travel Tech, they're gonna
Yes.
put the word out. Don't go down that block because there's a dude standing in the street with a bat asking where's his shit.
Stop. You're gonna stop every UPS truck. You got goggles.
Everyone that goes through the damn block. Everyone.
You got goggles. You're gonna step up in the truck and look and rummage through it. You got goggles.
Listen, check
Dude,
this
I don't
out.
even have a stop on this block. I just go through here to get to my lunch spot.
Listen, you're getting stopped if you come through my block. I'm letting you know now. They said expected delivery. Hold on. They said expected delivery tomorrow. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, right here. Expected delivery between 11:15 and 3:15. So that means between 11 o'clock in the morning and 3:30, I will be outside. I don't care how cold it is. It could be a blizzard. If you're a UPS truck, tech support is home too. If you're a UPS truck and you come through my damn block, what's up, Max Air? You're getting stopped. Plain and simple. What's up, Max Air? Max Air 420. Don't forget, as the weather gets nicer, want you guys to come down and hang out with us down here with those guys. take you to some spots some people didn't think about, or you may not have thought about flying down here. Just seen the news, they're looking a few that's not good. Sorry to hear that.
What happened?
Jody was saying that yeah, block stopper. I'm putting out road spikes and everything, Mark.
Uh-oh.
UPS truck. I'm gonna have the bullhorn pull over now. And if not, the spikes go across the street. I'm not playing. UPS come to my block tomorrow. I'm definitely stopping them. And they start at 11 o'clock. So that 11:15 bull.
Well, Lawrence, what I wanted to say to finish up the whole thing about the talk about the Mini 3, you know, what they're
DJI
talking about,
Pocket 3.
what
Go
they're
ahead.
talking about an April release, and them talking now about what they started, what development just in February.
Uh-huh.
They're talking about 2 months to get this thing to built, manufactured.
Yeah, I don't
out.
see that.
And I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. You know, some of these guys' rumors have been somewhat true. You know, but it's only been what a year and a half since the Mini 2. That was what, November 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Almost.
are you guys really ready for Mini 3?
Yeah. Why? And Mark,
Aren't you enjoying the 2S?
Mark Fisher posted. Mark Fisher made a statement.
Right, I get it, but aren't you enjoying the 2S? The Mavic 3 is still cold. I mean, it's still,
right. This is what I'm
hot
saying.
off the presses.
Mark Fisher,
a lot of sales came out for the not to cut you off, a lot of sales was on the you know, the Air 2S. I thought that was a big pickup once the price came out on the, you know, the Mavic 3. I mean,
right.
is guys really ready for the Mini 3? Okay. I mean, that would be nice.
Like Mark Fisher said, everyone keeps asking for new drones, and they haven't learned to fly the shit they have already.
Well, they fly. I mean, they could fly the one they got.
Oh, this battery is charged. Okay. Next battery. I didn't know I had a full lipo sitting.
Probably, Mark. Probably.
Yeah, it will come out as soon as I get a GPS on my Mavic 3. You mean faster GPS, right? Yeah.
You're probably right, Mark.
I hope they find. I'm like, hey, John, how are you, man? Hope all is well. Welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys, Travel Tech. Thank you very much. I felt I needed to show some support. I want to see how many other live streams are going to show support out there.
Well, I mean,
what's happening around the world without talking politics.
Oh, well.
That's all. I made my political statement by putting up the wallpaper. That's all I will discuss about it. Because we don't discuss politics on here. If we did, I'd have to wear a suit and tie every time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But getting back to now, keep in mind, they're also talking. DJI is also talking about a Pocket 3 coming out.
Well, a couple of things. 5 other products.
An Osmo Pocket 3. Now I have the Pocket 2, and I'm gonna let you know I still haven't used that to
Pocket 2. How much different was the Pocket 2 to the original Pocket?
Other than the gimbal being none. Other than the gimbal being a little taller, none.
It's just like, and now they got 2 new Ronins coming out, and I told you this before with the Ronin. The Ronin is going to slowly become just like the Osmo Mobile.
Uh-huh.
If you keep buying Osmo Mobiles, you're driving yourself nuts.
Right.
The best Osmo Mobile is the one that has the better phone on it. And as these phones come out and they get better and better and better and they get lighter, the old Osmo Mobile, or probably the 2nd or 3rd generation, would be just as good as the 5th and 6th generation because of the phone that's on it.
Yes, Bob Casey, how are you, sir?
Hey
Welcome
Bob,
to
what's
the
up? Hey
lifestyle.
Bill, what's going on? It's
I
just like,
agree with you
so
on that,
now with
Kevin.
these Ronins, with cameras getting smaller and lighter,
Yep.
it kind of, for the average guy that, well, I was just saying the average guy because the average guy wasn't going to use them. But for the
Mhm.
guy that wants to get one, you can't go wrong getting one discounted that, for one of the older ones, because the better the camera that you're putting on it, if you got a smaller mirrorless camera, the technology gets better with
Mhm.
these cameras. You can always put the newer camera on that older Ronin and still do some things. You know, the cameras are getting smaller. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The cameras are getting
Right, which
smaller. So
means
it
the
doesn't.
technology is
So
getting
after
small.
right, so after a while, it doesn't pay to get some of these other, unless there's just some other features that you gotta have, and that's usually not the case. It's just that it looks good.
Well, I seriously believe that it was a joke because to put the smart controller with a drone that should be no more than $800 with a controller that, like you said, that costs more
A
than the
fly
drone.
more,
Yeah,
a fly more combo shouldn't cost no more than $800 for a mini.
yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't.
Unless they're trying to bring the price of the mini up to 1,000, which I feel people will not buy. Then they just might. There's a mini crew out there of people that
I get it.
that
I totally get it. And constantly call and said, I said this with the Mavic 3. Be careful for what you
yeah.
wish for. You're asking for so much in that mini. When it comes, don't get the sticker shock. Don't get the sticker shock. So be careful for what you wish for. Stop trying to get the mini to be a 747.
Yeah. And for those of you who are
And
seeing
flight
different,
crew.
for those of you who are seeing different, yeah, Bill, we had the picture up several times. I actually still have it here.
Yeah, that picture
Um,
is you know what? It could be the picture. It could be the drone, but I'm gonna take it as until it comes, you know.
well, eh,
I
my
can't.
problem with it
eleven
is,
hundred
like
dollar
you said,
controller.
yeah, yeah, that is my issue. That definitely is my issue. I mean,
You know what that eleven hundred
this.
dollar
I want. I
controller
want. I
tells
want to
me?
pull this up. I want to pull
Hold on a
this up
second.
again.
That $1,100 controller tells me one thing and one thing only. What the hell is the price of this controller?
Pennies off the dollar. Pennies on the
And what's
dollar.
what's the price of this controller?
It's well, yeah, you're 100% right. Bill Coast to Coast is concerned. How will the arms fold? But if
If you look at it, you can see the hinge right there. It
I'm,
folds
I'm going to pull it,
this
I'm pulling
way.
it back up now and show
The-
you
the-
how it will work because it's right here. This hinge here will fold out like
right,
that.
and
Not
those will
down,
fold
not down, not
this
down,
way.
but out. This arm will fold out that way. This arm will fold out this way. They haven't changed the design any whatsoever
The,
if you look
the,
at it. And
the problem I have,
I doubt this is the drone itself.
yeah, because
This
I
is
see too much stuff around the side of the camera, that big hinge.
mm-hmm. And DJI has never revealed
I mean,
anything like this. This is obvious as a Photoshop
who
picture.
knows
Someone was playing around, and for
of
the
what?
fact that they even put the word "pro" here,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think so. They're going
I
to
don't
leave
think
it
you
with the
should
Mini
see
3.
Pro on anything mini.
Right, right, right. I see an Air 2S Pro maybe. I see a Mavic 3 Pro maybe. Even a Mavic. Well,
If
yeah,
they
that's
put out a
basically it.
Mavic 3 Pro, people will go crazy.
Let's all make believe I'm not
People
here.
would
I'm
lose
trying. Tammy,
their
how are you,
mind.
Tammy?
Are you kidding me? A
Yeah.
Mavic 3 Pro? Are you? They just listen. People will be down there with burning DJI down to the ground.
That's
What?
true, but Bill says
Oh,
props in downward facing shots this way. To be honest, I don't believe nothing about that picture.
yeah. That's
If I haven't seen Ocetalov, the
you got.
remote is asymmetrical. You are, yes. The remote is asymmetrical, but the drone isn't.
Listen,
Hey,
listen.
quadcopters and techs, how are you,
It,
man?
it it
What's
it
good?
says it's a joke.
Take a
I'm gonna
look
take
at
it
the
as a
left
joke.
one and
I don't,
at the left and right side. Hold on, let me go back to this picture because
yeah,
they're
I
pointing
took it
out
as a joke,
something.
just like it was said to be a joke.
Right, right, right. But they are pointing out something. Chad B said pointing out something.
That there's
Looking
no
at,
motors.
well, he's saying the controller is asymmetrical right
Uh-huh.
here, and you're looking at this side here, this little curve under here where you can grip.
Uh-huh.
All of that looks fine and dandy. Your controller is similar to this one, correct?
Just the color is
Just the
different.
color, but it's not right. That's why I mentioned similar, because these are the screw
The
holes where
color, the
you
color, the color is different, and I can't see inside of the. Oh, you see where the knobs connect?
yeah.
I can't see that well enough to say, you know.
They screw in. From what I see on this little silver piece here, in here, it still looks like they screw in. And this, of
But
course, is some kind of,
it's a slightly different. It's slightly different in the way it's
but
designed.
we cannot believe anything we see here, even with this controller, because as you know, what DJI has a way of showing us stuff and
Mhm.
not showing us. If, for
Right.
example, this says a f 1.7 lens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, our lens is a f 2.8. So you're going to tell me that this little thing is going to see better than something that costs a lot more money? I don't know. Is this their answer to the nano light? We don't know because we haven't seen any real pictures of it.
Well, you were looking at the controller on somewhat of this angle like that, right?
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Eh, I can't see it. This is an $1,100 controller.
I think now they're just laughing all the way
Yeah,
all the way to freaking and to R&R research, R&D, research and
can you,
development.
because what would that cost? I mean, like, you put that in there, right? Let's say it's in there, and what's the price? It was the Mini 2 was what, like $500-$600 or something like that? Fly more, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you want to make a couple $100 on that price of that drone, on the new one. How do you do that with putting an RC Pro controller in there that costs $1,100?
Yeah, the Mini 2 Fly More bundle is the Mini 2 by itself is $450 at Drone Nerds, and at the Fly More bundle is $599. Now,
Now, the thing that I was interested in is did the Action 2 not do so well that they're looking to push,
yes, yeah,
because they talk
yes,
about the Action 2,
the
the Action
Action
2.
2 dropping the price, yeah.
And actually, you know what? To be honest with you, that video, I believe, was shot with an Action 2. If I'm not mistaken. The video for the
Yeah.
Axon,
I don't, yes, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, it was shot with a Action 2. I could be wrong.
Okay, that's
Quote
a
me on
strong
that.
positive, but the
Quote me
Action
on that.
2 did not do sales. Quadcopters and tech, that's to your question. How is New York going to answer the South Florida drone meetup? Are we going to put together a weekend rally this summer? I don't know about a weekend rally. Right now I don't know. We don't know about a barbecue only because of certain projects coming up that coincide with that time and date. We will try our best to have some kind of meetup
Mhm.
for
Well,
those guys
well,
meetup,
we'll see
whether it
what
be a those
happens.
guys meetup slash barbecue. Like I said, we have to wait and see how things turn out.
I'll let you know in this in the coming months. But by the time we get to Florida, I'll know what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But we will have a meetup down here. As hey, crypto man, how are you? The original Air 2 leaked photos were fake. Well, yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. Just like this Mini 3 leaked
They
photo.
were to an extent.
But also, I mentioned before in the live stream for those who just got here,
Mm.
I hear you. M. Drone says the Rhode Island Drone Meetup this year is going to be big. For those of you who just got here, I did mention earlier that usually when DJI wants to leak something, they leak it through Osita
Uh,
55. They leak it through
deals.
Drone DJ, and one other site. And there are no
Well,
rendered drawings. When I
deals.
see
This
rendered
deals
drawings,
drone dude.
yeah. Yes, Tammy, we will be having a meetup sometime this year. It's just a matter of when. We had a meetup slash barbecue last year that turned out really good. That turned out really good last year, but due to schedules and some future jobs coming up, that will dictate when and where we do.
Mhm.
That's all for those guys.
Well, I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens with this because, like I said, the Air 2 and the Action 2, according to what I'm hearing, should be sold at discount come March 4th. Well, Friday,
Right.
right? It's
Yeah.
Friday, right? So we'll see.
Yes. Yes,
We'll
it
see what
is.
happens Friday.
It's
Check it out.
Friday. The price
You
goes
guys,
down.
you guys keep your eye out for it. That's supposed to be coming out on a discounted price, I guess, on DJI's website, right?
And according to some guy on Facebook, I just say some guy because I
Uh-oh.
selectively blocked
Uh-oh.
out his name because of his statement, but he claims that the Air 2S is a way better. No, he claims that the Air 2 is a better bird than the Air 2S. So I just quickly closed down that frame and
Okay.
didn't even respond to that comment.
Okay.
But getting to our next story.
Well, Alphabet Wing is developing the future of delivery in Australia. Drone delivery has been available in Canberra and Logan for some time now, Lawrence. If you know, we've been talking about a few stories and stuff like that, but now it seems to be coming something that is been has become accustomed to some people's everyday life, and this is growing and growing down there. So now they're saying in Cambria that people are able to order up to 250 different items. Now that's
Yep.
interesting from Coles, who happens to be one of Australia's largest supermarket chains. Now you can grab anything from bread to fresh produce. Now I don't know
Yep.
what they mean by snacks. I guess chips and shit like that, and those little snack
Right.
foods, and I guess pre-prepared meals, healthcare items, kitchen essentials, and even toilet paper. So I guess if you stuck and you have no toilet paper, you can run out front and grab that roll when it drops down, and you can order it from your cell phone and
Yo,
run back
I need
and run
5 rolls of toilet
back
paper
in.
stat. I need 5 rolls of toilet paper stat.
No,
Okay.
but
I don't,
the
but
thing,
I
but
just showed the video, and according to the
uh
video, from the time it took the guy to order it, he
right.
ordered some Vegemite.
Mhm.
It was 3 minutes and 20 seconms for them to
Okay.
get it.
Well, check this out, Lawrence. What I liked about this thing here about Wing, now they saying that what was it last year that Wing made over 100,000 deliveries, drone deliveries in Australia last year. So now
Right.
they surpassed 30,000 in the first 2 months of 2022
Yeah,
this year.
that's big.
30,000 deliveries already over that for the year. Now, they had a record breaking day where they had 1,000 deliveries in one day, which averages out to 25 deliveries a
Oh, every
delivery
25 seconds.
every 25 seconds. Now Wing has surpassed 200,000 drone deliveries in Australia. So it's happening somewhere. I mean, God said it won't happen, but it's happening somewhere. It's just not happening near you yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still don't think it'll be a major magnitude. Like I said, I don't. These guys are not getting anything crazy. There's 250 different items. Like I said, it ranges from
Yeah,
bread to
grocery
like
store items, and
kitchen
it includes
essentials,
everything
like
from grocery
small things
store
like
to
sponges,
rapid,
probably.
right, to rapid test to ambulance QLD,
Yeah,
first aid kits. Um, all right, getting a jar of Vegemite, that may be cool in that part of the world, but I
that
just
shouldn't
don't
be
get that.
allowed on drone delivery. I had Vegemite, and that shouldn't be on the list. There's no way you need that right away.
Yeah, Tammy, I do agree with Mark Fisher. You should come. Last year, the Rhode Island Drone Meetup, there were about 80 pilots,
Mhm.
a few of them flying and not letting people know where they were, but 80 pilots. It was a good meetup. They had a food truck there. There was an FPV section that me, Mike William, Mike Blades, and a few people went off to the side, and we flew FPV while the other camera drone guys
That was
flew
the
camera drone
anti-social crew.
in their section. So yeah, this the meetup should be. It was pretty big last year. We had fun though. We did have fun. There
That
were
was a good time. It was a
yes,
good time. But
yes,
I'm
it
just looking
definitely
at
was.
this
But
thing here.
getting back
Uh
to the story with Wing,
Wing
they
is
they
just expanding and expanding. This, talking about, you remember we talked about the Ravens attacking the delivery drone?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they just said that they launched Wing launched a partnership with Vietnamese chain Rolled, which is a
Mm-hmm.
food delivery service. They've also partnered with Kentucky Fried Chicken in Australia to deliver a range of hot and fresh menu items to homes and workplaces. And here goes back to what Herman was mentioning, and I agree
Well,
with him
Kentucky
100%.
Fried Chicken might make it,
When those pigeons, seagulls, eagles, hawks, sparrows find out there's
the
food
Sparrow ain't attacking
damn
that.
in them damn drones,
Unless it's in Texas.
drone down, drone down.
Sparrows are not attacking that unless it's in Texas.
Unless they're chicken hawks like from Texas. But once birds find out that these machines are carrying food, just
Oh
like they
yeah, I can
attack
see
each
it now.
other,
As
they're
soon as
just like
that
they
package
attack
hit the
each
ground,
other.
a seagull is grabbing it.
How about as it's being lowered on the cable?
We got that.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
take
because
that.
as soon as it hits the ground, it's going to bust open, and
I'll
that's the
take
time
that.
to swoop in.
I'll take that.
Listen, you've seen the seagulls at Atlantic City. They've snatched hot dogs out of people's
Yo, that
hands.
play with the pizza was something. Where
Huh?
dude dive bombed the lady and she did and dropped her pizza and the other one just scooped it.
And picked up the whole slice and was out.
That shit should have burned his ass.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm interested to see it somewhere else. Tammy, find me on Instagram. Oh,
Who?
M John. Hi there. Rhode Island meetup was really nice last year. Hopefully, I'll be making this one too. Yes, make it a weekend thing. There's a lot to catch.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it was all right.
Yeah, we were there for the weekend as well. In
Yo,
fact, a few of us from New York. New York represented quite
Mark,
well.
it was all right. It was something to do.
Not to mention that well, we ain't even going to talk about it. That's getting into something else. But yes, it
No,
was a good meetup.
we did have a lot of fun though.
Yeah, yes, we did. Once we went and flew and did our own thing, it was a lot better.
Well, no,
As
I had fun at the meetup. I mean, I met Mark and it's funny,
oh yeah,
Barry.
numerous
I
amount of
I
people.
met I met Barry because I stopped walking and he was standing right there and we just started talking.
See, quadcopters in text says I was in Seaside last July. Seagull swooped down and grabbed my cheesesteak. See,
Mm-mm.
see. Yeah, there
Sorry.
you go.
Yeah,
There
but
you go.
I seen the Seagulls do a double team on this lady. The one dive bombed, and when she did like that, the pizza fell, and the other one just grabbed it.
All perfectly timed.
I'm like, damn, look at that. They all must have been setting that one up from the ledge. You
Listen,
dive
they
bomber,
see the way
and I'll grab the
predators see
pizza.
the way predators see their prey and say, "I'm gonna eat that one." They saw that lady and said, "If you swoop down, I can guarantee we can split that slice."
Yeah, take it back up to the same ledge and we split it.
Uh-huh. Yep. I'm over here laughing hard. It's true. Seriously, Coney Island, I've seen it.
Oh, I told you the craziest thing I ever seen bird feed was the hawk at McDonald's.
Yeah.
My man grabbed that pigeon, boy, and stood right there on the sign of the McDonald's. It was just like, I'm gonna bust this down right here. But,
People
but
order McDonald's and the hawk is eating a pigeon.
no. Right outside the McDonald's, the hawk grabbed the pigeon and went up on the sign above the McDonald's door. The doorway of
Oh wow.
the McDonald's. He's up there, just with it in his clutches, and it's like, I'm gonna eat this right here while it drips down as the people walk by to go into the McDonald's. Bird guts
Hey,
everywhere. He didn't care. It's a bird.
Yeah, birds are a lot smarter than you think they are.
I mean, he doesn't know
now
that's
that
grossing you out.
and now that I've noticed there are birds that will fly alongside of you and look at you and see, hey, that's not a bird, but it looks pretty cool as long as
Oh,
it
yeah, they
doesn't
check
come
out
near
the
me.
drone and keep on moving.
Right,
Pigeons,
right.
pigeons
A lot
don't
of,
really care for it too much.
but I know
Especially the
the
bigger
pigeons
drones,
had a sexual attraction towards the Mavic Pro, though.
because it's small.
Yeah. They would always fly around it. Anytime I took the Mavic Pro up, pigeons were like, "Yo, that's a new bird in the hood. We got to get him out of here." And all they do is circle around you until you turn around and go after them. Put it in sports mode. But you didn't hear that here.
Never had that problem with the Phantoms.
No, never. Come on. The Phantom is respected. Even Hawks, some Hawks respect the Phantom. It's the Mavic series that the Hawks go after. You get up close and be like, whoa, that's not food, and fly away. How many pictures have we seen with the claws up in the camera like this?
Oh, well. I flew upstate where there was a couple of hawks in the tree. They were just circling around. I came back around after getting the shots I was getting and landed. They were just circling around and then he took off. They didn't bother the drone.
Well, if you remember, we went up to Croton Airfield when we were flying at the airfield.
That was a big ass bird.
There was a hawk in the tree, no lie. That sucker was like, yo, he was at least big. He was at least 2 feet tall. At least
I didn't know they could be that big when the wings.
I didn't either, but he sat there motionless in a tree, and I actually flew my Phantom close enough, and he looked like, come on, man, this is my hood. He didn't fly away or nothing. He stood there, saw it wasn't a threat, and then he flapped his big wings and got the hell out of there. Angie listening in the background. Crows supposedly are self-aware. Crows will attack you until you turn around and charge them.
The crows attack those sparrows.
The sparrows from Texas?
Well, no, nothing attacks those pterodactyls. But no, here I've seen the crows attack the sparrows. Listen, there's a food chain in the aviation world too. You know,
Yeah.
just
M.
like
John
how.
says he got chased by two peregrine falcons.
Okay,
Yeah, those birds
sorry.
dive up. They do incredible dives. I've seen some nature videos where peregrines just go from cruise mode. They're
Into
cruising,
full out,
cruising,
take
and
them
then
out.
go into a dive and hit 100 miles per hour. You know?
That's
No.
what that's what fly swatters is for. They say put the mosquito
Yeah.
nets up.
Well, M. Drone, I don't know what kind of hawks you got in Rhode Island. He says hawks don't attack drones; they feed off ground rodents. Well, here in New York,
Yeah, see,
they they they've come pretty close to drones.
they don't
I know
really
they've
like them.
come close. Hawks fly away from my V-copter Falcon. They think it's an eagle. You know what? That's a
You
possibility
sure?
because of wingspan.
Hold on a second. Are you sure? Have you asked one yet? Because
Yeah,
we really don't know what they think. They just think it is a threat and they move because it's not part of their crew.
right. It's
That we
fight or
do know.
flight. It's fight or flight. Same thing with humans.
You know, I've seen hawks take off when the drone gets too close to them. And they're supposed to be tough guys, but you know, it's not a bird, and they know it's not a bird.
Right. But they can see it a lot better. Hawks and those predatory birds can see quite well.
They
So
know
when
it's
they
not a
look
bird.
and see, they can see through. Like if an FPV drone is flying, they can look at it and say, "Hey, I could see its insides." You know. They can also see the little lights on the board. If it can spot a rabbit from 150 feet up in the air, it can damn sure see every little bolt and
Plus, I'm
screw
also
on the
I'm
drone.
also positive they can smell that it's not another animal.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. And as long as you're technically, as long as you're not a threat, Crypto Man says he wants a
Right, to
crow
their
pet.
nest. Who?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's crucial also. You cannot be near their
Nest.
their nesting season. Like with spring coming in, I know in certain places in New York there's a little
They're
bird
like out by
with a
you,
black
little
head
punk
and a
ass
red
suckers.
beak. But during mating season, that red beak turns orange to attract females. Now, these birds mate for life, and
Mhm.
if one comes, I can guarantee you its partner is going to come and try and swat you away. It's always during mating
You
season,
said that the
and that
beak
usually starts the
turns.
last week in April.
You said
Huh?
the beak turns orange to attract
The
females.
beak, I did reading on it. That
Can you
particular
imagine if
bird.
your nose turned orange to attract females?
Well, you know which one I'm talking about. The birds with the
Yeah.
white body, the black head. During the rest of the year, the beak is red, but during mating season, it turns a bright orange. And then after that, after they meet and have a few, and they leave the area, it turns supposed to turn back to that color. But
You know
we
how
encounter
bad
that a lot out here.
that would be in the human world?
If your nose turned orange just to meet females,
Yes. And it didn't turn back red until after you mated.
yeah,
That's like having that scarlet letter. Those guys that was running around after mating season with a yellow with an orange beak,
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
ridiculed.
Gary says birds land on wires to recharge and get firmware updates.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
You know
if
what,
a few
Lawrence?
live streams come on tonight, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to be able to check
It's
out a few
about
tonight. I don't know how many, but
it's
I
about
actually
that
have
time.
time and I don't have to get up in the morning because I'm
Oh,
going to fly in the
okay.
morning, actually.
Well, it's about that time, Lawrence, to be getting up out of here.
I know. What
And
happened?
moving on, it's about that time. The show's almost over.
You'll see. Fun.
So you want me to sing the song? It's about that time.
Yeah. I
No.
got three cats, so a bird probably
Play
not
the
a good
Lawrence Welk
idea.
music and I'll sing it. It's about that time for us to say goodbye.
Here's your music. Well, it is coming up close in that time. Like I said, I'll probably check out one or two. It would be great to meet everyone in Rhode Island. Just have to see how our schedules play out. Well, Tammy, I don't know just yet if we're making it to Rhode Island. I need to find out when that is because there's a few projects those guys have to do this summer. So we will see what we can do.
It will
No,
happen.
Gary, no, we're not doing a shot and a drop.
But
It's
Gary
not the
wants to do
holiday.
a shot.
Gary wants to do a shot and a drop. A shot and a drop with a question mark. Great show. Have a great evening. Mark, we
Thank you,
appreciate you
Mark.
when you come in, man.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Thank you.
Like
Gary
like I
wants to do a
said,
shot and a drop. Ask Gary if
this
he's
is
got
my
a shot.
this is my political statement
He's got a
for
shot.
my political statement up here for the week.
Mhm.
So
That's
I
your
figured
political
I would
statement?
do that. Um,
What are you saying?
you
No,
got
but
anything
anyway.
you want to say?
Well, I'm good. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I
Anything
already leaked.
happening Sunday special?
So yeah, we're gonna have TJ's on here Sunday. So
Okay.
we'll see how that turns out.
Okay. So
Definitely. You
TJ's gonna
guys
hang
make
out with
sure
us.
you check out the live stream. We notice as the weather gets better, the numbers go down and go up, and then as other people
And
go
we
live,
are the early show.
as
But
other people go live, people come in this stream and then jump to that stream and jump back. We
yeah.
appreciate it all. We appreciate you
Did,
all.
did your homie
And
Dolo
don't
even
forget to
find
come
out?
by Sunday because TJ, you guys know him,
Yeah.
will be on with us. He came on a little earlier, but we kind of didn't plan on having anyone on and had the show set
Yeah.
for doing nothing but news, but we let him on real
We're
quick
good.
and told him we would like to have him on Sunday.
It's all
So
right.
you
It was
guys
nice
have
having him
enjoyed.
on.
It was
It
very
was
good.
nice having him on. But you know what I wanted to say? We
Yeah.
will be back again on Sunday with some new and interesting topics to talk about, some stories,
Yes,
and see
we will.
we'll see what TJ has to share with us. And
Yes.
Lawrence, everything will be on Lawrence's channel on Novice Squads. And what else we got going on here? Like I said, we got some things happening for the year, and you'll see them as they roll out slowly. I had a broken machine. I haven't been able to do videos in a minute, so I'm gonna try to put the videos out that I've been working on that I didn't get to put out for the last 3 weeks. So I'll be putting those out. But anyway,
And I'd like to apologize. I know I put out a video. I didn't put out a video all year. And then when I do put out one, it was only 1 minute long. I apologize for that severely. But like Herman mentioned, there's just a lot of things those guys are we have our hands entangled in, and we're just trying to work things out so everything goes smooth for those guys.
listen, I'm dealing with some stuff, some real serious things.
Gary says there's a show
Uh,
too. He's expecting a guest this time. I
okay.
will try and make it.
Well, Gary, I'm gonna try
I-
to catch you tomorrow. Because I got a lot of family issues and stuff going on that
Good night, all.
takes me away from here. But like I said, this is the end of the show, and we'll be getting out of here. What is it, Lawrence? You said no. We'll be on Sunday with TJ. Don't worry about that. But the Fly for Fun show should be starting up. Then there's a few other streams. Jake Sloan and a few other guys. Bill with Coast to Coast is on tonight, and Dobo and Eddie will be on later on, I believe. So if anything, if not, guys, and I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those guys.
Those guys.